I posted a picture of my mom, baby, and I. I decided to have my daughter on my own, using a donor from a bank 2 states away, just a number on a printout. My mom was there for every step. She grabbed my hand at my first ultrasound when the tech said, "There's the heartbeat." She helped me paint the nursery soft yellow, since I didn't want to find out the gender early. She drove 40 minutes each way for birthing classes on Tuesday nights, drinking gas station coffee with me in the parking lot first. My dad was supportive too, just in his own way. He asked about the pregnancy at dinner and paid for half the crib, but we've never been close, not since I was a teenager. When I told him I wanted my mom in the delivery room and asked if he'd be okay waiting outside, he went quiet, then said, "Whatever you need." I told him he could bring friends if he wanted to make a night of it. He did. He called it his Nai Gay Papa Party, grandpa in Hungarian, and set up a folding table in the hallway with a cooler of root beer. At 6:52 in the morning, my daughter was born. My mom cut the cord with hands shaking harder than mine. A nurse named Patricia had been calm and kind through the whole thing, and right before they put the baby on my chest, I asked her, no pressure at all, if she could try to catch that moment on my phone. "Of course," she said. "We do it all the time." Hours later, after the baby had been taken for her check, I finally looked at my phone. There were a dozen pictures. One stopped me cold. Me and my mom, both crying, staring down at this small red-faced baby between us. 3 generations in one frame. My mom made her share of mistakes raising me, but she broke things her own mother never could. That picture felt like a silent promise between us to do better for this baby. I had it printed and hung it in the nursery, right by the crib, next to a photo of my dad holding her, and my brother making a face at her in the hospital bed. My mom stayed with me for 6 weeks after that. She slept on an air mattress in the nursery, did the 2 a.m. feedings, taught me how to swaddle a baby so she didn't wriggle loose in 10 minutes. The day she left, I stood in my driveway and cried harder than I had during the birth. That night, I posted the picture, just the 3 of us. I wrote underneath it, 3 generations, 3 women. I love you, Mom. Thank you for everything. 2 hours later, my dad called. "Where's mine?" he said. "Where's what?" I asked. "You thanked her, publicly. Where's my thank you?" I laughed, thinking he was joking. He wasn't. "Dad, I got you a card and a gift card for letting me borrow Mom for 6 weeks. I've posted pictures of you holding the baby. I don't get what you're upset about." "It's disrespectful," he said. "You're centering your mother in everything. You had a party in the waiting room," I said. "That was your choice." "That's not the point," he snapped. "You keep making this about her. Because she was the one who was there," I said. "She cut the cord. She moved in for 6 weeks. This picture isn't a ranking of who I love more." He called me ungrateful and hung up. I called my mom right after, pacing my kitchen at 11 with the baby asleep on my shoulder. She sighed and said, "He's just cranky. Don't let it get to you." But my brother texted me the next morning. "You knew this would set him off. You shouldn't have posted it. So I'm supposed to hide how I feel about Mom in case Dad gets jealous?" I wrote back. He never answered. 4 days later, my dad showed up at my apartment without calling first. The baby was asleep in her swing, and I was eating cold pasta out of the container when he knocked. He stood in my doorway in his work boots and said he wanted to talk about the picture situation. "There's no situation," I said. "I posted a photo of a moment that mattered to me. I want it taken down," he said. I just stood there. "It's not coming down." "Then don't expect me at the christening," he said, and walked back to his truck before I could say another word. He didn't come to the christening 3 weeks later. My mom cried in the parking lot after, and my brother stood next to her looking sick. I held my daughter in her little white dress, while relatives kept asking where my dad was. I told every single one of them the truth. "He's mad I thanked my mom for helping me," I said, over and over, watching their faces change. "So he decided to skip his granddaughter's christening." My mom tried to smooth it over, telling people it was a work thing. I stopped letting her. He called me that night, and for once he didn't lead with an accusation. He asked how the christening went. I told him exactly how it went. There was a long silence on the phone. "I didn't think you'd tell people," he said quietly. "I'm not going to lie for you," I said. "You made a choice. I'm not covering for it." He hasn't asked me to take the picture down since. I'm moving to Spotify. Search KoleReads and follow.